Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. We're gonna be pushing through these episodes a little bit quicker because update is coming about 2 days from this 2 3 days from this recording, and the updates are actually quite interesting. Let's see. The most important thing is that we are going to be getting ranked best of three. So this competitive constructed label is probably gonna be changed maybe. I know it's gonna be traditional ranked. That's gonna be very long for a title. Anyway, we're gonna push through these well before Ravnica Allegiance comes out. Kinda excited for it coming out, but let's see what we can gain from these monocolored decks. Well, it's only this one and the red one left. I realized I had most of the rares for this ones, and the rares I needed wildcards for this. I wanted to get anyway, so let's go for this one. So first things up. Okay, you can see it just fine. You can see the nice Tezzeret to highlight this. Well, first things off, we'll start with what makes this deck tick, the artifacts. So 4 copies of Diamond Mirror, that's a given. This is other than that, the rest of the artifacts that are cast straight, because usually the problem with this deck is when the opponent gets the wind of it, they will start dumping your removal on the artifacts. So you kind of want to have artifacts that give you value immediately. So none of the field creepers, even though they're cheaper. Instead, we get Skittering Surveyor, comes into play, puts a land in our hand, that's good. Sky Scanner comes into play, draws us a card, that's also good. Then the other artifacts don't get killed easily. So we have Thematic Compass, this one gets us lands. Treasure Map, this one gets us more treasure. Then if we need more artifacts, we have Sailor of Means to give us a treasure token. It also helps us ramp up towards some of our higher casting cost cards. Otherwise, everything else is support. Syncopate for early counters, Blink to buy us some time. Search is always nice. This one's Psymaster Top Tiers is more of an experiment because our deck is 2/3 blue, 1/3 artifacts. I suppose we could change the balance, like I could drop the Sailor of Means altogether and load up on Skittering and balance this out, make these 4/4s. That's one way to do it, makes the balance better. We have Skilled Animator. This is one of our early payoffs for having artifacts. Turns one of our unassuming artifacts into a 5/5 creature, so at least they're answering this guy instead of the artifact, though we might have to be careful depending on the deck we're matched up against. Antiquities War helps us dig through. Not much success for me here, but we're basically looking to try to flood the board with artifacts before the third act comes across. Chemist's Insight for early draw. Tezzeret makes artifacts, draws cards, nice. We're keeping the Riddle Master Sphinx, but we also up the Zahid count. This is our other payoff for having artifacts, and frankly, unless our opponent's playing black or white, this one's not an easy thing to answer. That said, this will get answered, so you do want multiples of this card. Sideboard, it's we got additional counter spells because we can expect our opponent to. We have to fear the non-creatures for the most part. Sinister Sabotage in case we need to fear something else. We do have Aviation Pioneers if we need to. If we need to get a bit more aggressive. Exclusion Mages will buy us time also. This one's a bit experimental. I used to have this in the main deck in one of my early builds, but I'm not too sure. I think sideboard's more appropriate for this guy. 2 copies of River's Rebuke. This one sweeps the board. And a copy of Nezahel for anti-control. I suppose I could just put more counters. I suppose for artifacts, we do have other choices, like, let's say... Well, Navigator's Compass is not great. I get Fountain of Youth would be a good choice for an early artifact, especially for anti-aggro. It buys us a lot of time. We can cycle it for a card later on. That's actually a decent choice. I suppose we can bump that to the main board, in fact. Then, but otherwise, if we're looking for artifacts, we're looking for either really cheap, not creatures, Gleaming Barrier, kind of a maybe. But otherwise, you don't want them to be creatures unless they come into play with an ability. So that's the idea. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for our build. Our mana base 20 islands, 3 memorials to Genius, 2 copies of Arch of Araska. Also of interesting note, you could make this more flyer-centric just by adding copies of Tempest Djinn. I do have these copies here, but we're gonna be focusing more on the artifacts for now, so we're gonna take a pass on this guy. That said, this guy can get really annoying in the right mono blue, in the right mono blue build, so it is worth noting. So let's see. Time to throw this deck into the grinder. Again, visual deck list kind of conked out on me, so we'll get a replacement for that soon. Oh, I'm actually unlimited time here. Oh yeah, no, it will be back. It'll be kind of changed, but let's go into the fray for now. I think I went into the right one. It did cost 1,000. I could have used a little more warm-up play here, so I'm probably gonna make a few mistakes with this deck. In fact, I think there was one matchup I did make some mistakes in the use of my counter spells, so I really have to be very careful with that. So this is a definite keeper. We got turn 2 played into a turn 3. I'm tempted to hold off on this, but I think I will keep the life gain. Blink of an Eye to buy us some time. Nothing. And you're probably going to need a lot of time to buy a lot of time because this is a bit aggro. I'm expecting Emara next turn. Oh no, treasure map. This is interesting. So we do have our time. So let's do the... No, let's not do the crime. But let's see what our opponent's up to. So far, this is just straight up Celestia. Okay, this is going to be one of those long game decks. We might have a problem here. I'm still gonna play the Sai. So this is going to be... So this is most likely taking turns. In which case, we definitely know how to sideboard this one. We're going to buy time by bouncing the Gifts of Paradise and drawing cards while we're at it. So that's going to be our main game plan. Thankfully, Tezzeret +1 is nice here. Okay, so... Oh no, this includes red. Oh, this could be the sweeper deck. Well, I'm not going to let him get the 6. Carnage Tyrant wrecks me, so I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce that one. And you need to draw cards, so why not? So we're gonna just buy as much time as possible until we could get Tezzeret live. Eventually he's gonna get a lot of mana with this. I could bounce this off instead. We're definitely bringing in all our counters. Spell Pierces are coming in. Sinister Sabotage is coming in. Need to check with XSplit. Why is it asking? Okay, took out Sai, so he took out the one card I was not reliant on. I could go Tez first. It forces him to start having removal. Yeah, let's go Tez first. No. Sad to note that we don't exactly have a super great permanent card to emblem into. So we're definitely gonna Zahid. So if we're facing off against a Carnage Tyrant, we're more likely to get hit with the Deafening Clarion. This could also be the land destruction deck, in which case... Yeah, casting Tezzeret. Ooh, so he wipes the entire board, not bad. So I will have to Sky Scanner first. Okay. I will Sky Scanner, draw a card, blink on sideboard. So this is a sweeper deck. We definitely want our counter spells. I wonder what this guy definitely has to have a win condition. Usually this deck wants to end with a Banefire or okay, Siege Gang Commander. Sure, let's see if he tries to off the token. He's going to try to off the token. Oh no, he's casting Treasure Map. That's much better. He's not going to try to off the token. He's thinking about it. No, he did not off the token. So we have to do this now. That said, he can off his tokens to off Zahid. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I kind of wish I drew another land though, so I could support it with Blink. But if he's spending all his mana to off Zahid, that's perfectly fine. We can refill our hand eventually. And he's down to 1 card. He might have to draw a card off this treasure. Or he could scry and build up more treasure. That's perfectly fine. So, yeah, we're definitely bringing in all our counters. Opponents... Ooh, Sakama. So he can... so that's his game plan. And he has natural 2... Yeah, he had the natural 9 mana, so... Yep, we probably should concede here and bring in Reverse Rebuke too. So we definitely want all our counters. I can bounce with Riddlemaster Sphinx, but this is a liability. Yeah, let's... Yep, let's good game on this one because I need to bring in the counter spells now. Basically, Zakama can just off my threats one at a time, and I won't be able to answer everything. So definitely the Spell Pierce has come in. Sinister Sabotage has come in. We will drop Sai. We'll drop the Riddlemaster Sphinx because we need a lower curve. We'll keep the Skilled Animator. We'll drop the Antiquities War. Drop 1 Sailor of Means. So we need to drop 2 more cards. We're running the risk. I'm keeping the Diamond Mares because that buys us time. I don't want to drop any of these other things. I'll probably drop 1 Skilled Animator and I'll probably drop both Sailor of Means, replace it with an Aviation Pioneer. We'll go with that one. So we know the plan is to we have to counter all of his ramp. So we want a hand with counters. We didn't get the hand with counters, but we do get a turn for Zahid. I'm gonna risk this one. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go turn 2 Dime. Actually, we could go turn 2 Tomatic Compass. Then just keep digging up lands. Alternately, we can do the turn 2 Diamond Mare, just make him burn a removal spell. No, we'll go Compass turn 2. Then turn 3 we decide if we just play the Diamond Mare or if we... Okay, he's running Treasure Map. We are drawing into plenty of lands, so we're gonna just go Diamond Mare. So it's... Having this switch out is interesting. Let's see if he has the removal, if he's gonna go Gift. He has Gift of... Oh, Grow from the Ashes. Yeah, we definitely need counters for that. At least he gets a Scry. I'm actually gonna hold off a bit. Because I can Sinister Sabotage, so I'm gonna... Actually, I need to think first also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's only shown Star of Extinction. And not much else. You know what? I'm gonna cast the Zahid now, start putting pressure. This might be my biggest mistake, but I'm gonna do this first. If he wants to ramp, he can ramp next turn. I'm going to counter whatever. I'm gonna try to counter whatever he does instead. So circuitous route. So he's getting lands. So we need to start holding up counter spells and whatnot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just play our Arch. We're not gonna be able to counter and dig for a land, but that's okay. So we're gonna go for the counter instead. I'm expecting to counter a Star of Extinction. Yeah, he's digging, so he's probably digging for that specific card. He could also be digging for double Deafening Clarion, in which case I'm okay to lose the first one. He could also go for Zakama now if he's willing to sacrifice treasures. Well, he's got his own Arch. Let's see what he goes for. Yeah, Siege Gang. He will have 5 mana left over, so I'm gonna counter this now. If he wants to cast another Siege Gang, he's gonna have... So we're gonna ditch that. Okay, so going for another treasure map, so we bought our time. Let's see if we can... 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Yeah, 9 I guess. So we're still dead to us. We're still in problems with the Zakama, but I think that's what our opponent is specifically digging for. We can buy time with a Compass at least. We also have problems with double Clarion, but if our opponent's digging for it, we might be okay. There's Knight of Autumn. That's okay. Probably gonna destroy target artifact. Okay, he's gaining 4 life, so that's okay. I was concerned he's gonna target this one. I think our opponent's stuck on cards. Maybe. So let's start emptying our hand a bit. Yeah. So we're gonna swing with this guy up top. We're going to force him to have a pump spell. If he has a pump spell, okay, he doesn't have the pump spell. So if we got 7 lands, I'm definitely gonna flip the Thaumatic Compass. And that gives us options. We can just draw off Memorial to Genius or draw off Arch. I'm more willing to draw off Memorial. We really need those cards. We really need our opponent to stay away from Zakama. Opponent's digging, furiously digging though. Hold on. So I can cast all this. I will only have 2 mana left. I can sack all this. I will still have only 2 mana left, but yeah. I think I'm better off just sacking this. I think our opponent's deciding they can survive off the next draw. He's definitely gonna scry. He will get an additional draw from this too. Another land. Yeah, that looks like a glitch. Cleansing Nova. Okay, wait. Let's see if we can find something that saves any of our guys. Nope, we did not, so we lose both. We can still keep drawing cards of Arch, and we actually have plenty of options here. So I'm gonna take a pass on... Wait, I need to think this through. Do I want to play Zahid for 6? No, I want to draw cards. So it'll cost me 4 mana to draw. I could draw into 1, 2, 3, 4. I could draw into some sort of bounce spell by then. Opponent's still loading up on land. Okay, got our Compass and Sky Scanner and another Sky Scanner. So, since our opponent doesn't have haste, I think, I'm gonna go cast Sky Scanner, draw a card. He could respond to this one though, so we got another Zahid. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could play our Tomatic. Yeah, we're gonna just play the Tomatic Compass. I don't see a point in trying to bluff. Let's see. Opponent actually has Cleansing Nova too, so that's expected. I didn't exactly want it to flip, but well, at least we have double protection. So he's gonna try to draw into a card. So our opponent still can draw into removal. That's exactly what he's doing. He's drawing quite furiously, actually. Yep, he's used up all his treasures, so that's all the cards he's gonna get. He's probably got his removal right now. There's Star of Extinction. Good thing we held off in this second one. It's got another treasure map. Okay, not too bad. So we got Blink Defense, so that's good. Finally, a way to protect our Zahid. We're probably gonna lose the second arch, but what the heck. Problem is, this does not protect us from Zakama in the sense that he has more than enough activations. I can spell Pierce once just to be annoying. It doesn't protect us from Banefire either. Knight of Autumn, okay, but he's buying time. Okay, I think he might be stuck on the draws. So we'll leave it at that. Yeah, still have one land to discard to Chemister's Insight. So definitely gonna swing. Yeah, I definitely want to draw the cards now so I have an idea what I'm up against. Okay. So end the turn there. Let's save that Sky Scanner, because I'm probably gonna need all this mana later. Opponent's drawing cards like mad, and this is just... And we still have to play another game if we somehow manage to win this. It does tell us the limits of our opponent's offense. He's relying on Siege Gangs, Zakama. Yes, Knight of Autumn, that probably came out of the sideboard. Thankfully, we're at the healthy 22, so I'm not too worried about this. Yet. So he's going for something relatively big. Star, I guess. 6 mana. 7. That's Star of Extinction mana. Banefire for 6. So not gonna try to counter it. Yeah, this is cast that and draw a card because I got the only thing I'll have left is Spell Pierce after that. Okay, so we saved ourselves that one. We'll take that hit for have to do a count on our opponent's mana. You can syncopate too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We definitely have to play a land. I think we already played a land. Did we? Yeah, we played the land. Going straight to attacks. So it's basically our only defense is Spell Pierce and Syncopate. See if our opponent's gonna try to remove this guy in response. Spending 4, 5 mana. Drawing card. Okay, that's perfect. I don't think we're going to be able to syncopate the Zakama if ever he tries to draw for 1. Yeah, get... Points managed to draw quite a... He's managed to keep pace with us in the card draw, though to be fair we only had 2 card draw spells and 3 Sky Scanners. And a bunch of land removal, so... Okay, buying time. That's... We'll leave that alone. Yeah, definitely have to leave that alone. It's just... We have to figure out which ones are worth removing. Or countering, for that matter. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He might go for a 3rd star. Or a Banefire. Lava Coil on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he's gonna go for a Cleansing Nova. Yeah, let's resolve that. I can wait 1 turn. Treasure map. Sure, let that resolve. Basically, I'm holding up counters for any potential sweepers. Even if it takes us an additional turn, should be fine. So next turn, just play this other land again. Okay, we have a Sinister Sabotage to go with it too, so we're kinda golden. Yeah, so I think our opponent suspects that our hand is pretty much all counter spells at this point. It's all counter spells. Unfortunately, we don't have any bounce. So we really have to protect one of these guys now. He's drawing into cards, so... Actually, at this point, if I wanted card draw, I probably would have also gone for... Yeah, something like Tormenting Voice. Okay, so our opponent did not draw into his additional removal or Zakama. So I'm still gonna keep these because we can still get someone with Spell Pierce turn 1. Yeah, we're not gonna be blocking at any point, so I will still keep the Aviation Pioneer. Skilled Animator could get someone. I'm starting to suspect I kind of want extra bounce spells. Unexplained Disappearance would be a good addition. I might want more of those. So, command spell. Okay, we got Syncopate. That's not too bad. Okay, no. So, we got the counter set. Okay, he's going Treasure Map turn 2. He's probably gonna Scry, so I'm gonna go for Automatic Compass turn 2. So, this is a battle. Which rare artifact's better? Generally, Treasure Map. Yeah. I knew he was gonna Scry because that was his habit, so that means I should not be expecting any turn 2 ramp. Sorcerer's Spyglass. So he knows I have all counters. He's gonna target the Automatic Compass. So, yep. Interesting. Once this flips to Spires of Vraska, this one does nothing. So, I'm going to pass. I don't need to draw cards just yet. So he knows I'm holding to counters. And I can still play lands too, so... Yeah, we're literally to standstill until he flips Treasure Map. So... Can't activate that. Nice to see that it leaves a note. So our opponent's gonna get his ramp on, but we will be prepared for it. Sort of. Carnage Tyrant can't be countered. That's the one thing I could not do anything about. Oh well. Yeah, should have played the Sky Scanner. So we're probably gonna just lose to this one because we did not side in our River's Rebukes. That said, let's keep it up a bit. There might be a future. It was kinda hard. We still need to draw into a Zahid or something. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant's a very good sideboard card. It's probably the one weakness of this deck. Okay. Yeah. Blink doesn't do anything for us, so we're gonna bottom it. Yeah, when he saw our hand was all counters, we were in trouble. Sorcerer's Spyglass is quite good. So the sad thing is, I need to hold this up in the event I draw into a Zahid. So that means I can't block. Because the only way I'm gonna off this guy is to double block. And target attacking. Let me guess, second card, no Circuitous Route. Interesting enough. Well, Surveil is kind of the same. Let's go. Let's just Surveil this out. Yeah, Surveil is kind of the same thing. Diamond Mare buys us some time. Not what I exactly want. Yeah, let's go big or go home. It just buys us one turn. Got Skilled Animator. We can draw it, but we can't cast it, so... Yeah, good. Yeah, good game. That was... So that's probably one of the weaknesses of Mono Blue. Well, technically there are two. That one and Banefire, but that one's quite educational for us. That was worth a shot. And we did get one win out of it, so I'm not too miffed about it. Though I would... So we have to take... So the all counter hand is not so great either. Yeah, the best plan for us then was to hold up counters. I did not expect the Sorcerer's Spyglass. That was a must counter. It would have at least allowed us to do something with draw out more lands from our deck. It would have been better odds. Let's see if we can do better with this one. Otherwise, it's gonna be a really short episode. Well, then again, I am recording this on my non-usual time, so I will keep this one. Worst case, I will keep this one. We will treasure map. We'll do the same thing he does. Then again, our opponent seems to be super aggro, so we might be in trouble. So let's take a look at our opponent does. Okay. So not quite aggro. We're definitely mapping it up. So stop on my upkeep and draw step. Boros Challenger, sure. And he stalled, so... Yeah, I don't want that on top. We have enough lands already. Yeah, draw. Okay. Let's go to main phase. Back to normal. Diamond Mare. Next turn we Zahid up. Well, we could also just go into Skittering Surveyor. That's also an option. Well, he's stuck on 2 mana, so... You know what? Let's buy time. Let's flip that. Yeah, let's get rid of these lands. So... We're definitely going to play Skittering Surveyor. So we're delaying the Zahid by 1 turn, but that's okay. So we can Zahid into Tesseret. And the nice thing is, even if we off these guys, I just need to flip this one. I'll get all the treasures I need. So no attacks. There's no point. Opponent seems to be doing well in 2 lands. Maybe he's got a third by now. I will just take the hit from this one if ever. I will block the Boros Challenger with Skittering Surveyor. No. You know what? I'll make you spend the life. I don't mind losing the Skittering Surveyor. Oh! He just gave it up. Lava Coil. Okay, that's it. That's okay with me. Okay, that did it. So I did... Well, it's okay. I kind of wanted that. Oh, must have turned it off by mistake. Yeah, you know what? Let's get Zahid out now. Yeah, I want that... I want that on top since I'm gonna have nothing else to do. So we actually have Syncopate mana up. So let's see if he's gonna go for it. Nope, he's not gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's not gonna go for the seal away. That's it, I'm gonna be careful, so I'm just gonna play Thaumatic Compass. And we'll end the turn here. He might still have a seal away. Oh, extra mana, not bad. So we have a way to turn off our opponent's attacks too. Yeah, this is the matchup well, let's be fair, our opponent did get stuck on that mana. Tajik. Syncopate X1. You're not Tajiking it up. And our opponent concedes before we get to cast Tezzeret. But that's... So you can expect our opponent to be slightly mid-range. He's gonna go first, so we do want spell... No, early plays are gonna be creatures. Might actually go for Exclusion Mage on this one. So we'll drop Sai, drop Antiquities War. Let's drop the Riddle Master Sphinx. Yeah, this looks okay. We'll see how much removal our opponent actually puts before we decide on putting in Spell Pierce. Syncopate's okay. Actually, no, the Syncopate might not be a good fit here. Let's put in Spell Pierce. He did have some removal, so let's see if we can... So blanking one of them is just fine. Though I probably should have put Sinister Sabotage instead. We'll see. It's an experiment. Everything on Magic Arena is an experiment. That's the nice thing about being able to go in free to play. Maybe you cash in a little every now and then, though I've only cashed in the Welcome Bundle up to this point. That said, you don't get to run up to Mythic and whatnot. You're probably not gonna hit the top 200 anytime soon. Then again, I'm enjoying playing this game as it is, so I'm not too keen about winning, or that's not the right word. I'm not too focused on winning in the sense that that's not my end goal. Sure, I would like to win though. That it is better to win than to lose, but I'm not too tied up to it. What I'm more concerned about is, yeah, we've been waiting for a while. What's up with our opponent? Okay, there you go. So far, so I could say the good news is we seem to have resolved quite a bit of connection issues, though. If we believe the reports of a lot of other people, it still happens on their parts of the world. I would have expected it to happen more in my part. It's not like the Philippines has the best internet connection on the planet. We still kind of have net neutrality, though, so... Sorry, US. Actually, that was a big issue. Even up to now, it's like... Your internet is good in the US only if you're watching Netflix, but if you need to do something else, it might be a problem in some points. I'm more concerned why our opponent seems to be taking quite a bit of his time. Could be one of those hands that, oh, you really have to make a decision. Well, actually, he doesn't even see his hand yet. He's still deciding if he wants to play or draw. Okay. Now, this one I would appreciate having a timer here. What's it been? It's like 1 minute already. Yeah, it's a minute already. And you're playing Boros, so the decision is quite... Well, I wouldn't say it's quite obvious. Maybe if you have a transformational sideboard to go into Jeskai... Okay, their timer's up. I have no idea. It's also possible our opponent's internet connection just up and went away. It happens. Again, I said not everyone has the greatest internet connection on the planet. Really curious, which countries have horrible internet connections? I would like to say it's mine, but to be fair, I only blame one or two service providers. Okay, so yeah, opponent decided not to do a second game. So, well, we're thankful for that. Beams. This card has always caused problems. The wording is so specific that it doesn't play like how most people want it to play. Okay, so one more win and we make back our entry fee. I'd appreciate that, but let's see how far we can go. Otherwise, at this point, at least, we're only chucking away half our gold instead of everything. And I really have to apologize that that I'm not able to get the deck list to censor names out, but to be fair, most players are relatively fine. And it's really hard to see what's happening on the other side of the planet. So, definitely turn 2 treasure map. Okay, is it the same deck again? So maybe we might Sailor of Means into Zahid. Oh no, wait. Sap Migration. Okay, so this is green-white tokens. I could just Diamond Mare instead. Yeah, let's do that. Diamond Mare. Naming blue. Buying some time. Watch our opponent cast Conclave Tribunal and Diamond Mare, but that's okay. Ooh, Venerated Loxodon. It pumps the tokens, so I'm probably not going to bounce the Loxodon anytime soon. Let's get the Meme Sailor out. So, buys us a little life. We can block these tokens now. Then we're just going to Zahid it up and hopefully we can rush the game this way. I am expecting a Conclave Tribunal now. If we side encounters... So the nice thing about having a treasure token is that we can protect our life for the most part. Knight of Autumn, let's see what he targets. Or does he just buff? Okay, he's buffing it. That's okay. We could play second Diamond Mare, but I think it's more appropriate to... It's more appropriate to get something big out right now. Again, I'm expecting Conclave Tribunal soon. Then again, we could surprise our opponent by blinking it out, since at least it's not like cast out that it has flash. There's the Conclave as expected. So we can get our opponent once. We will be taking a big hit though, 8 damage. Okay, we're definitely... I could sack the Sailor, I guess. Sailor did his job. Sailor did nothing wrong. So we... Do I want to cast a draw card? No, let's play Search for Escanta. Make it look like we're kind of desperate. So end the turn there. We won't So at the very least, we're going to off the Venerated Loxodon. Okay, no choice. So I'm definitely bringing counter spells in. Probably all my counter spells. So you gain life. So we're still in trouble since we know he's gonna just cast this again. Well, at least he's using up his time casting that one card again and again. Let's send 2 cards in, so we're gonna be quite a while. Do I want another land? 6 mana. Could draw into cards. Actually, no. Let's graveyard this one. Okay, I'm fine with that. So we need to draw into something that can buy our way out of here. Because the other alternative right now is for me to just take the hit, play another Diamond Mare. Actually, I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna play another Diamond Mare, naming blue. It blocks off these tokens for a while. So I'm gonna take 4. We can get back up to 12 at least, but we might... So I'm also probably gonna bring in Reverse Rebuke as well. So Conclave Tribunal. I'm just gonna cast this now so we can get the 2 life out of the way. Let's pad the life total a bit there. Oh, he hit search instead. And he's got Shalai, so yeah, we're probably not gonna win this one anytime soon. Yeah, we're not gonna win without any of our other things. Yeah, because the only thing we're gonna be able to bounce off is that one if ever. So that's good game this one. Let's go to our sideboard. So we know our opponent has Conclave Tribunals. We definitely want Spell Pierce. We definitely want Exclusion Mage. Kind of want Sabotage or Rebuke. Let's go with Rebuke because we're probably going to be behind most of the time. So Antiquities War goes, Sai goes. Sailor means kind of buys us time, but that's probably gonna... One of them will go... Kind of want the Diamond Mares. I could drop these, but they're kind of... Yeah, I guess the problem is I don't have much in the way of things I have to drop. I'll probably drop the Sphinx then. So 4 more cards. I could just drop the Reanimators. Because our plan is now to just go up top. That means we'll have to ditch 1 Diamond Mare. I suppose if we can lower our curve a little bit, maybe ditch the Riddlemaster Sphinx for something cheaper. We can go for... We can go for a 24 land deck. That's one option we're gonna go for. Okay, definitely want to play. So you got early Syncopate into a Diamond Mare. That's good. We're gonna go for the early Syncopate because our opponent has a potential turn 2 play. Then turn 3 Diamond Mare into turn 4 Zahid is perfect until our opponent gets turn 4 Conclave Tribunal. So let's buy time. Buy lots and lots of time. Oh, nice. So we can Exclusion Mage instead of Zahid. It won't get rid of history, but it will get rid of the token. So there is that. Also got an additional Sky Scanner as well. So let's go for the Exclusion Mage first. Yep, that's my sideboard plan. So we're gonna try to delay our opponent is very likely to run out his entire hand if possible, so we're gonna try to delay Zahid for as long as possible. Then again, if he's stuck in 1 or 2 cards, it's probably Conclave Tribunal. I suspect our opponent is willing to just cast it. So our opponent's considering if he wants to do a second history or something else. Sapling Migration. Okay. Another Sapling Migration? No, Venerated Loxodon. Okay, that buffs these guys. I can still block them more or less. So 5 mana. Yeah, let's Diamond Merit up again. Probably should cast Sky Scanner first, but yeah, let's Mare and Sky Scanner. Draw a card. So no attacks. Just gonna hold back. So we're gonna take the hit from this guy. We'll probably mass block this guy. Alternately, I could just block these 2 guys. Oh, they're tapped already. So he's probably gonna off these 2. He's not gonna bother with the Diamond Mares. Perfectly fine for me. I could have also not risked the Sky Scanner. I didn't have to. I was wondering, why did I do that? Then again, it does give him a choice. He could off these 2 instead. So he's got another history. He's still loaded with cards, so that might be a problem. So we can play Skittering Surveyor. That just draws us another land. So basically we're seeing how long we can survive without having to play Zahid. Or should I just play Zahid now? In fact, I probably will just play Zahid now and pay full cost. Let's gain that 1 life. So we're kind of backpedaling on this deck. Our deck is too slow for this one. This might be a good case where I should have cited out the non-creature artifacts. Let's see if our opponent has the Conclave Tribunal. I would like to draw into River's Rebuke. Nope, Sky Scanner. So definitely gonna play the Sky Scanner. Let's see if we can draw something out of it. Opponent has a response though. March of the Multitudes. Ooh, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we drew into another land. So, yep, the jig is up. We really need that River's Rebuke. Did I even put the River's Rebuke in there? I don't remember. So we have to. We're mandatory blocking these 3. Let's see if our oh wait, he does have the other half Flourish. That's good enough. So good game. Okay. Yeah, just to demonstrate, our opponent had the nut draw. We had nothing around that one. Actually, wait. Oh yeah, that wasn't more than enough. Western token? No, I blocked all the tokens. I was down to too much life. So there you go. That was an end to our adventure. Oh well. Can't complain too much about that one. So let's take a look at how we can adjust the deck. So for the most part, we do need to up our anti-aggro game. So actually I'm gonna go straight to that one. So hold on a sec. Okay. There you go. So this is our deck as it is right now. As you may have noticed, we can sometimes do okay against aggro. We sometimes suffer against aggro. So pretty much if we're going against aggro, we have to side out our rares. So this one's not accurate anymore. I dropped the sleep. I dropped 1 aviation. The exclusion mage is correct. Probably could use another copy of that. Yeah, let's update this one first and save that before we add anything else. Exclusion mage. I think the spell pierce is still correct in my opinion. The diamond mare is okay. It sometimes buys us time. I think our weakness is on our additional artifacts. So let's take a look. We definitely want non-creature artifacts. So definitely gonna add Fountain of Renewal because we're taking a beating most of the time. So first I'm gonna save this up. So yeah, just so artifact. Kind of control. Let's refresh that session. Okay, save the deck. So we're gonna save this one just to update it, but the quick changes I'm going to do is let's make a copy of this. Yeah, let's delete that one. So the changes we're gonna go are we're gonna add Fountain of Renewal. And considering that we need that we need the lands more. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep the Skittering Surveyor and drop the Sky Scanners. So Fountain of Renewal becomes our turn 1 play. Thaumatic Compass is okay. Antiquities War, I still think we don't have enough of a density, so that experiment's a bit of a bust. Sailor of Means, interesting with the treasure, but I think the 2-4-1 here is not so great. If we want the problem with that is if we cut that out, we lose out on the Diamond Mare. And we kind of need blockers, so I might actually just upgrade the Aviation Pioneer to main board. So that drops these out. Again, drop the Spell Pierce. I think I saved the... Drop the Spell Pierce. Add the Exclusion Mage. That one's basically our added bounce. And we if we need additional artifacts, I guess one additional Fountain of Renewal if we're expecting... If we are expecting aggro. It's either an additional Spell Pierce or... Actually, no, I think 3 Spell Pierces is correct, but I will add the other 2 Syncopates. So this is how I would edit it. Oh yeah, Riddlemaster Sphinx, great, not so great. I suppose I could just add Nezahal to the main board instead. It does up the cost though. Let's make this 3.0. Let's analyze this deck. So yeah, we want our curve to be higher on the 1 and 2 slot. 3 slots okay. We don't have any great non-creature artifacts though. And I think Aviation Pioneer is probably the better choice. Sai... I suppose Sai is okay. You kind of want 2 copies of him though. Yeah, let's just up the Skittering Surf. Nope. 2 is okay, I guess. So what's our additional card here? We got 4 Syncopates total. Do I want the 4th Exclusion Mage? Probably not. Let's... Oh yeah, we're also trying to drop the mana count. I think we can go down to 24 safely in this one. So let's cut 1 island. So that gives us a slot for a 3rd Skittering Surveyor. And... I'm still thinking what we could add on. A way to draw cards? Not really. Actually, another alternative to Spell Pierce would be Siren Storm Tamer. That is another possibility we can use. Actually, let's give that a try. Because a lot of the spells target... We will keep the Spell Pierces though I probably would use Sinister Sabotage over that. Let's drop that Fountain. So this would be our alternate package. We do have problems with hexproof and can't be countered, so all these people that keep saying you have to put Detection Tower, yeah, this is the one deck that wants it. It's a shame you can't shooter it up, but I guess it's worth a shot, so let's analyze this deck. It's probably a little bit more expensive now. Yeah, it's slightly more expensive. Detection Tower didn't add much. Search for Escanta is still expensive as usual. Yeah, it's not... Otherwise, this would be how I would rebuild the deck now. It's slightly heavier in creatures this time, but at least we have much more to do on turn 1. Also, don't forget Fountain of Renewal. You can always cycle it for a card if you have to. Again, card draw is king. Let's make that happen. So this is how I would run the deck now. And nope, that's not what you wanted to see. There you go. So, there you go. That's it. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll admit I could have used better games on this one. Actually, I'll probably sneak one or two, not on the queue, but maybe I'll just sneak one or two additional games to showcase how this actually turns out. I still won't be updating this yet. Actually, maybe I could update this as a bonus video. I'll focus first on the red deck before I go to that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care.